Alex, come on in.
Today we've got a big old croc absolutely chilling in the bathtub.
It's got that
Scrub and brush.
It's got that scrub and brush. Rubber duckies, floaties. It's got bubbles and everything. That croc, he's definitely just touched hot water for the first time. He's loving it, and he's like, come on in, guys. Come join.
Well, how do you feel seeing it go round?
I don't know. I think it's pretty funny.
Man, it's very funny.
The movement added to it.
Yeah.
I thought we were going up and down. It really it made him look more relaxed.
All right, so interesting situation here. Not a storytelling challenge, but you guys were like, well, we want to make it funny to get attention.
Yeah.
Does that work as a play to get attention, even though it's not a storytelling challenge?
Yes! Yes!
Oh. So if I think back to when we set this challenge, and we were thinking along the lines of, if we were all queued up here, which one would we pick to want to get on? And it'd be like, I want my kid in that one because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like the eyes. It's all about the eyes.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, you've made a Lego model feel like the water's warm. I don't know how you even do that.
I think it's all the farts.
Is it? No,
That's
there's
also a possibility.
soap bubbles.
Sorry, soap bubbles. Soap bubbles.
No.
Yeah.
Let's go with the second.
What does work in your favour is the sheer volume and size of the bathtub. And being white, it really pops. And even adding the feet, I think, adds a lot as well. Now, I would have loved to have seen a bit more of shape to the bath to show off your sculpting ability.
Yep.
Well done to both of you.
Nice, guys.
I know that croc in the bath looks happy, but I'm happier than that croc receiving that double thumbs up from Rickman. I want to be in that finale so bad.
So we got the bee kind of landing on a flower. A beautiful process of pollination.
So to make this build bigger and to give it volume, we made a big, ornate flower. I absolutely love this build. For a character build at this scale, we've never done anything like this.
For those of us that are not elite Lego builders, let's talk about this scale issue in your words, Owen.
Yeah.
It's obvious, isn't it?
So I built the back first before we saw really anything else in the room, and that locked our scale in really quickly.
Yep.
Because the bee obviously has to be scaled based on that. So then by the time everybody else built, everything was quite large, and we were really concerned about the scale of ours.
Now, you guys are the fastest bricks in the West, so to speak. I'm not even sure that having that, you could have done much from that point.
Yeah.
So with that, you then made an active decision to double down on the detail level. The brick bending techniques that we have with these leaves is off the charts.
I mean, if you look at it from above, with the flower, it actually does make it as big, footprint-wise, as the other builds.
Yeah, but you don't hop on a carousel looking from above, do you? What I do want to leave you with is this is a highly detailed model, and I love these details. But unfortunately, the yellow is the wrong colour. It is totally and utterly lost up against these horses. Coupled with the size,
Yeah.
I reckon for today's elimination, you're looking down the barrel a bit.
Yep. It's hard because what's tripped us today has been like foresight, really.
100% prepared to go home on this. I don't think we can pull through.
Everyone's asked where I go.
Henry and I thought that doing a seahorse makes sense to go on a carousel. It provides a lot of opportunities for colour and pop and stylisation.
I'm feeling really good about the fact that the colour we have chosen is super, super bright.
Initially, I was dubious as to sticking in that horse realm, but it works.
Yeah. I think the other big thing that probably came up during the build for you guys was like, will it stay together? And Brickman, you had worries.
I had worries.
I can only
Am I
imagine.
right to be worried?
No, you were.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate you getting us to test it, actually, because we found a
Yeah.
major flaw in
Yeah,
the structure in doing that.
All right, so let's talk about the technique. Now, you've used this technique previously, ironically, in your finale builds.
Yeah.
The carapace on the back of your sea monster coming out. Now, I think going with something that you know is a smart play. What it does cause a problem is we have sharp lines, not only with the white stripes, which kind of distract a little bit, but we really do have these angles going everywhere. Angles in nature are rare. You might not immediately think about it, but it is distracting.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to talk about was, and I'll defer to you here, Hamish, I get the way that you have laid this seahorse out because we need to have a saddle and go for a ride on the back. In terms of normally a seahorse, however, they are very much chest coming forwards.
It is a seahorse in attack position.
However, the colours you picked, if I was to pick the best coloured model here, it's this one. Look, it's really interesting. In an aesthetic challenge, the number one thing that you can do to make yourself stand out is colour. Those colours are by far and away the most striking. Well done,
Thank
guys.
you.
Good job.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Gavin Rise.
This butterfly, she's fabulous. With a 1960s fabulous librarian look. We're happy because we've got a chance to make something with character, with colour, and I think kids would love to go on a butterfly. Everyone wants to fly.
What are your surprises or what were you questioning before seeing it up there that you're now sort of have answers for?
The wings, I think Brickman was totally right. It needed to go bigger. But once we went bigger, I was incredibly terrified that the little wobble on that was going to be enough to have it just shatter.
This requires a lot of practice to pull something off at this scale. This is not an easy thing to do whatsoever. And I do think you are at the absolute maximum of what that technique can deliver from a stability perspective. That technique, it's just Lego bricks together. There's nothing reinforcing them. It's probably the maximum. Overall, in terms of a character, I think you've created a character. Of that, there's no question. She has a certain feel, a vibe, and a look, so I'm going to give that a tick. The only thing that I'm not 100% sold on are the proportions. And I feel like we never got the polish in some parts of the model, which is not normally you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling confident at this point.
You know, we're possibly going home.